Imagine this. He's a few years younger than you, used to joke around a lot, rarely said anything serious. But one day, when both of you were silent together, no flowers, no music, he looked up at you and said, "I feel at peace when I'm with you." Just one sentence. But if you've ever been the older woman in a relationship, you'll understand. That's not just small talk. That's love. The kind that's mature, quiet, and deep enough to change how you see yourself. This video isn't for those looking for tricks to appear more attractive. It's for the women who once believed their time of being loved had passed. This is a reminder. Love hasn't left you. It's just looking for the right person to stay with. Watch until the end to realize it's not that you're older, it's that you are more of what men truly need, a place to come home to. Breaking the mold, restoring belief. There's something few dare to admit. Men get tired too. Tired of having to be strong. Tired of always being the one who leads, who knows the answer, who stays okay. And when that exhaustion builds up over time, they stop looking for a youthful body to play with and start longing for a grounded soul to lean on. The older woman, with experience, with patient understanding, becomes the safe haven they never had. She's not drawn to power games or dating tactics. She doesn't need to be convinced with fancy words because she sees right through the mask. That's exactly why younger men, instead of feeling small, feel understood. Not because they're impressive, but because they're real. The more mature a man becomes, the more he realizes. Beauty may catch the eye, but peace holds the heart. And that peace often comes from women who have stumbled, who have cried their eyes out, but still know how to smile gently. Not because they're naive, but because they've forgiven life. That's the unspoken truth. Men crave to be understood too. There are men who aren't good at expressing love through gifts or poetic words, but when they truly love, it shows in the smallest things, especially in sentences that seem ordinary. A line like, "I feel at peace when I'm with you," can carry more weight than 1,000 bouquets. Because peace, for a man, is not something easily found. Since childhood, they've been taught to hide emotion, to be strong, to take control. But with you, they no longer feel the need to put on a brave face. They're allowed to be tired, allowed to be vulnerable, allowed to speak their truth without fear of being judged. And that feeling of being able to just be is the greatest gift you've given him. So if he's ever said those words to you, don't take them lightly. It's not politeness, and it's not habit. It's a profound admission that you've entered the safest part of his soul, a place not everyone is invited into. 13 emotional signals turned into words. This isn't a list to keep a man, nor is it some kind of manual to make yourself more attractive in his eyes. This is a mirror, reflecting the maturity, the stillness, and the understanding formed through years of truly living. The words he says to you aren't meant to please you. They are meant to tell the truth. And each of those words is a fragment of a love that is deep, ripened, and rooted. Number 1. Peace. When he says you make him feel at peace, it's not because you do everything his way. It's because with you he doesn't need to fight. He doesn't have to wear a mask. He can breathe fully and freely. Number 2. Smart. This word doesn't come out easily. If he says you're smart, it means he genuinely respects the way you think. Not in the know-it-all kind of way, but because you see life in ways he never considered. Number 3. Grounded. There are moments when he feels weak, but he won't say it. He just looks at you, like someone standing firm in the middle of a storm. You don't preach. You don't need to do anything grand. Just being there is enough. Number 4. Different. He's met many people, but you made him pause. You don't play games. You don't use fake tests or manipulation. You are real, and in a world full of performances, that's different. Number 5. I'm learning. A man who says this is one who has set aside his ego. He sees you as someone who illuminates the path, not because you lecture, but because the way you live makes him want to live more honorably. Number 6. Honest. When you speak, he doesn't have to guess. He doesn't worry about being hurt by mind games. He knows you'll say exactly what you think. That brings a kind of peace few people ever give. Number 7. Calm. At a certain age, he no longer seeks drama. He doesn't need someone to stir up his life. He needs a place where he can sit down, exhale, and not have to explain anything. Number 8. Present. When he's with you, he's not checking his phone constantly. He's not living in the past or fearing the future. You bring him back to himself, to this moment, where real love lives. Number 9. Enough. He doesn't need you to dress better, act younger, or speak more sweetly. He sees you as you are, and that's enough. No need for more, no need for less. Number 10. Real. It's not perfection that makes him stay. It's that he doesn't have to pretend with you. This love isn't painted in bright colors, but it's the one thing that gives his life meaning. Number 11. Comfortable. You don't make him feel like he has to prove anything. He doesn't need to be more successful, richer, or stronger to be loved. He just has to be himself and still be accepted. Number 12. Strong. It's not your physical strength that attracts him. It's that you've walked through heartbreak, through loss, and still know how to be gentle. That emotional resilience, that's what earns his respect. Number 13. Home. He's been many places, but with you he feels like he belongs. It's not about a location. It's not about comfort. It's a feeling. I don't need to go anywhere else. I've arrived. And if a man uses these words to describe you, it's not because you tried to be someone special. It's because you lived truly, deeply, steadily. And that, in his eyes, is the kind of beauty that never fades. Closing words. Because in the end, love doesn't need to be loud. It only needs to be honest. It doesn't need many words, just the right ones, spoken at the right time, from the right person. And if he has ever told you that you make him feel at peace, feel complete, feel like he's home, then you don't need to ask anything else. You don't need to become younger. You don't need to try to be someone else. Your presence, with all its experience, its depth and its quiet strength, is the very reason he stays. And if you've ever doubted, will love ever find a woman like me again? Then remember, men who know how to love with their heart don't choose based on age. They choose truth. They choose steadiness. They choose the feeling of being fully seen without being judged. Because in this noisy world, sometimes all it takes is one person real enough to hear you breathe and deep enough to understand your silence, to make it love. And you are that kind of woman.